Hey guys, please excuse the mess, I just took a shower. And it's really late, so I want to film this video because I know I'm going to be really busy on Thursday. I want to have something up by Friday. This week we are doing, what we love and hate about heroines, and I'll just jump right into it. First thing I hate Mary Sue's. If you don't know what a Mary Sue is, it's basically a character who's like amazing at everything, picks up everything really quickly, is beautiful, it's smart. Well, not necessarily smart, but it's beautiful, everyone loves her. She can do no wrong. The type of perfect character that I just absolutely detest. I just can't stand characters like that, and they're like, or something like they discover they have a superpower and then they are the best at it. They mastered it super quickly. They're extraordinary compared to everyone else, and they get like the most super special power too. And in some ways it can work. I have seen it work in the past, but I always like pick up on it and I'm always like, come on, give her something that she's not good at. But I have seen it work, but most of the time I will say I hate it. Oh, also, in honor of this week, I am wearing my propaganda shirt. If you don't know where it's from, you should. Yeah, it's Rosie the Riveter. Anyways, moving on. Basically what I hate and love are basically opposites, so we have like a little line. So I hate a Mary Sue, which I hate a perfect character. On the flip side, I love flawed characters. They're just more interesting that way. It's more interesting to read about a girl who's more realistic and who isn't great at everything. And that's what I love about heroines sometimes, because they're easier to relate to too, because that's the big thing about YA, is that you can relate to books. Number two, I hate insta-love being a motivation for something happening. I hate it when a heroine falls in love like instantly with a character and then all her actions are because of this love. I really don't like that. I really like heroines that have a motivation that is well thought out, developed, and realistic. It's not something like, oh, I met that boy yesterday, I love him so much, I'm just gonna ditch everything I learned, my entire family, my entire society, just to be with him. And I just don't like that. I like motivation and something I can believe. For example, even if the motivation is survival, like the Hunger Games, you want to survive, sure, I'll take it. It's not as if she's like, oh, I'm living for PETA. She's not. So yeah. Third thing I hate is when a heroine is helpless. She just sits there and waits for her knight in shining armor. I just really hate that. I love heroines who take initiative and do things. I read Prized by Caragh M. O'Brien, this one, yesterday, and Gaia, the heroine in this book, which I would totally consider a heroine despite her flaws, and she has a lot of flaws, trust me, I love the fact that she does things and that she's curious about things, and she even states that there's like this distinct scene I just remember, she's like, oh, I'm curious about it, let's do this, or I'm a doer, I can't just sit around doing nothing, and that's what I love about her, because she goes out and does stuff and makes things happen instead of it being like passive and just sits back and say, oh my god, the world's crumbling down around me, someone save me, and then the author would consider that being a heroine. That's like, no, that's not. So helpless and doer, those are my other two opposites. Fourth thing is already mentioned by Lauren, and I'm pretty sure a couple others. I'm just forgetting exactly which ones, and I don't want to mess it up. I really like smart heroines. I really hate the stupid ones. I really like the smart ones where it's obvious through like narration or through the actions that they're doing things because they make sense and that's a smart decision. I don't like it when characters just do stupid things that even the reader would say, nobody in their right mind would do something like that. Another thing is that I just enjoy reading about smart characters. It's just a thing, and I don't really care what you think about me for saying that, because it's just true. It's more interesting to read about a girl who's more interesting and smart and engaged in the world than a girl who's just stupid and doesn't do anything worthwhile. So that, and lastly, this is a bit odd one, I really like heroines who have siblings. I really like family being a big part of books and being part or maybe the motivation for the character. I really like books like that, and a book that I'll bring up is Broken Soup by Valentine. It's a couple years old, definitely, but I still remember it because the main character, Rowan, she has a little sister and she just takes care of her little sister, and something about that relationship just really rings for me, and I just really like relationships like that, and yeah. Siblings. Also, if you have like a little brother, which, okay, I love little brothers in YA books. I feel like YA authors get them right every single time. You can't miss on Little Brothers because they're amazing. Best example I can think of right now is Finn from Five Flavors of Dumb by Antony. He's a fantabulous little brother, and I think he just adds to the character. And I feel like having a family member who's not like a parent, just having like a little brother, little sister or something, even an older brother, older sister, something like that just makes the character more real for me, especially because I have an older brother myself, so it's like, it's interesting. I always like books like that. It's obviously not a make or break situation, but it's just a small tidbit that I want to add. That's my list for things I love and hate about YA heroines. I'm sure there's a lot more that I just missed out on, but I was just, yeah, I couldn't make an entire, like, a 10-minute video. I need to start editing. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I would love to know what you love and hate about YA heroines, and another odd questions, if you watched all the way to the end of this video, I would love to know what are your favorite YA siblings, because, yeah, something like that. That'd be fun. Anyways, have a great day. I will see you tomorrow, Gabrielle. Bye!